anybody who likes poetry, modern poetry, really naturally wants the collected poems by the particular person. The trouble with volumes of collected poems is it's rather like walking into an art gallery. You're confronted by all these pictures and you don't know which one you really want to concentrate on. So I really recommend in that situation anthologies. Anthologies are done by very good people, very often, who have made their own personal selections, and it's a way in to collected poems. The way in this case, is into the work of R.S.Thomas, the great Welsh poet, clergyman, Welsh nationalist, and above all, rather gloomy writer. But I think in all the gloom, there are often, as it were, sudden shafts of light. And it's those that one's often, as it were, longing for, waiting for, and certainly they apply in the case of these two poems. The first is called The Country Clergy, and remember, he was a clergyman. I see them working in old rectories by the sun's light, by candlelight, venerable men, their black cloth a little dusty, a little green with holy mildew, and yet their skulls, ripening over so many prayers, toppled into the same grey with oaths and yokels. They left no books, memorial to their lonely thought in grey parishes. Rather, they wrote on men's hearts and in the minds of young children sublime words too soon forgotten. God, in his time or out of time, will correct this. The second poem is called On the Farm. There was Di Pugh. He was no good. They took him in the fields to dock swedes, and took the knife from him when he came home at late evening with a grin like the slash of a knife on his face. There was Hugh Pugh, and he was no good. Every evening after the ploughing with the big tractor, he would sit in his chair and stare into the tangled fire garden, opening his slow lips like a snail. There was Hugh Pugh, too. What shall I say? I've heard him whistling in the hedges on and on, as though winter would never again leave those fields, and all the trees were deformed. And lastly, there was the girl, beauty under some spell of the beast. Her pale face was the lantern by which they read in life's dark book the shrill sentence, God is love. Long live the Red Dragon.